Top of the morning, shoemakers. This is the process that I deploy in assembling my apron loafers. The key thing, like I always say, is to practically and clearly indicate your starting point for the apron. So you've seen that on both the top line flap and the bow itself, I have also indicated exactly the same hole where I also indicated that for the apron. Now this is how I couple the uppers to the top line flap with the lining. So my top line flap goes in between the lining and the uppers, and then I can basically just place it in the sewing machine this way and stitch all around, right? So also pay attention to the fact that I added enough allowance to the lining itself so that my stitching doesn't fall outside where it will catch both the upper, the flap, and the lining. All of that you take care of in your pattern making. And if you are interested in how the patterns for this loafers was created, I have very detailed video on the point on my channel, Bomo Bespoke, on YouTube. So like I said, the flap, the top line flap goes in between the lining and the uppers, and then you can stitch and then fold out the top line flap and do the final stitching. Of course, if you want to join the apron, you have the option of using different types of awls. You have this one that is curved, which is very good if you want to do Goodyear welted stitching and all of that, but you can also deploy it towards stitching your aprons for your loafers. I like it because it is curved and it gives me, leeway to be able to stitch without any problems whatsoever. Not saying you can't use the aboki needle, not saying you must get exactly this type of awl, but it does help if you get the well-made tools. This one I got off AliExpress. You could check out on all the other online stores, or any vendor of shoemaking and leathercraft materials that you come across. So basically you stitch it. I'm basically using not a saddle stitch, I'm using a lock stitch, which is what we call the aboki stitch for this particular process. When I'm done with all of that, I like to backstitch and pull the thread inwards and then cut out, and then give myself, of course, enough remainder thread that I can burn and weld in as desired. I'm going to stop talking at the moment and just demonstrate to you in more kind of like better show than tell. So I'll basically show you how I did it on using the other pair, so that you can basically watch and observe as it is done. Sometimes certain things are better demonstrated than explained. So I will do it basically just the stitching of the apron really on the other pair, starting from the very beginning, so you can see that I clearly marked with an arrow where the apron starts. Of course, it starts one stitch in front of where all of the overall stitches, the stitches for the flap and the bow, one stitch before where those ones start. So you add that first stitch, then you join your apron, and then continue regularly as you desire. So I'll stop talking for now and let you just watch and observe. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, just keep watching, finish off the entire video, and then you can proceed to whatever it is that you want to do. I trust that this was helpful for you, so see you guys on the next one.